7 Devastating vitamin deficiencies. Are you concentrating on your daily diet? Although you may believe that you are consuming nutritious dishes, this is not the case. Today's video will address these 7 exceedingly prevalent vitamin and nutrient deficiencies. What is the mechanism by which vitamin B12 deficiency develops? What should I do if I am deficient in iron or iodine? It is possible to develop a magnesium deficiency very readily. These topics, in addition to others, will be the subject of our conversation. Number 1. Vitamin B12 deficiency. This device is relatively silent and is one of the simplest to acquire. Depression and nerve injury are the 2 primary symptoms. Indeed, that is accurate. Your depression may be exacerbated by a reduction in your B12 levels. Experts recommend that individuals diagnosed with depression consume a daily vitamin B12 supplement of 1 milligram. So what is the precise function of vitamin B12 in the human body? Are there any additional indications in addition to depression? Vitamin B12 is a water-soluble vitamin. It is essential for the proper operation of your brain, nerves, and circulation. This vitamin is distinctive in that it is incapable of being synthesized by the body. You must obtain it from your diet. B12 is predominantly found in animal products, which is why vegetarians are at a higher risk of developing this deficiency. Vitamin B12 is present in certain seaweeds, albeit in lower concentrations. According to research, approximately 80 to 90% of vegetarians and vegans are vitamin B12 deficient. Loss of coordination and impaired vision are additional symptoms of B12 deficiency. You will experience fatigue and inflamed tongue and oral ulcers. Fever may even result from severe deficiency. Therefore, what foods should you consume to prevent the development of this deficiency? The most beneficial foods are shellfish and organ meats, as they provide plentiful quantities of vitamin B12. Eggs and milk products are also viable alternatives. Number 2. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is an intriguing nutrient. It is crucial for the health of your bones and musculature. However, there is more to this fat-soluble vitamin. It has the potential to induce weight loss. Vitamin D deficiency is exceedingly prevalent. Based on an estimate, approximately 42% of Americans are affected by this deficiency, which rises with age. This is the reason why a staggering 74% of elderly adults in the United States are vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D is synthesized by cholesterol in your epidermis when it is exposed to sunlight. The likelihood of developing vitamin D deficiency increases when one resides in a region that is remote from the equator. To mitigate this, it will be necessary to concentrate on your diet. However, what is the significance of this? It functions similarly to a steroid hormone within the organism. Vitamin D is delivered to your cells via the bloodstream. Vitamin D instructs your cells to activate or deactivate genes. It may require decades to manifest. Signs of vitamin D deficiency are readily apparent, including bone loss, fractures, and weakened musculature. Alternatively, they will encounter a postponement in their growth. It can also result in rickets, a severe condition marked by the presence of porous bones. In addition to sunlight, what are the other methods of obtaining vitamin D? Supplements are of course available. However, the optimal approach is to consume nutritious meals. Cod liver oil and fatty seafood are excellent sources of vitamin D. A single tablespoon of cod liver oil will provide you with 227% of the daily recommended intake. Fish such as mackerel, salmon, and sardines are also superb. 75% of your daily vitamin D requirement can be satisfied by consuming only 3 ounces of prepared salmon. Egg yolks are also beneficial. Number 3. Iron deficiency. Iron is highly favored by your body. It is essential for its survival. Red blood cells are substantially composed of iron. You will experience extreme fatigue and exhaustion. Additionally, your cognitive abilities and concentration will be impaired due to inadequate oxygenation of your brain cells. Have you noticed the increasing severity of this situation? 2 forms of iron are required in your diet. Heme iron, which is classified as type 1, is readily assimilated by the body. However, the unfortunate reality is that it is exclusively derived from animal products, particularly red flesh. Vegetarians and vegans must maintain heightened awareness of their iron levels. It is simpler for them to develop iron deficiency. This iron is present in both plant and animal diets, however, it is not readily absorbed by the body. This is a bit too frightful for my taste. However, we must determine the specific form of iron to concentrate on. Ultimately, this is one of the most prevalent nutrient deficiencies worldwide. It is present in over 25% of the global population. Number 4. Calcium deficiency. Do you recall the delightful confection vitamins that your mother would occasionally administer to you? Calcium is an essential mineral, particularly during the growth phase. This is why parents prioritize the provision of calcium to their children. It is essential for the proper functioning of all cells in your body and the mineralization of your teeth and bones. It is even more critical as a signaling molecule. Calcium is essential for the effective functioning of your heart, muscles, and nerves. However, how does calcium deficiency lead to weakened bones? The underlying science is quite straightforward. Your blood will be in good health as long as you are consuming the appropriate volume of it each day. However, an excessive amount of calcium in the blood is deposited in the bones. This implies that the mineral is released when the concentration in your blood is insufficient. This results in weakened bones. Osteoporosis in adults and porous bones in children can result from severe calcium deficiency. Are you curious about the best way to obtain calcium from your diet? Consume an increased quantity of dairy products and boned fish. For vegetarians, prioritize green vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, and kale. Bok choy is also an excellent choice. Number 5. Iodine deficiency. Do you recognize the potential consequences of an iodine deficiency? Your metabolic rate is impaired. This implies that you will experience a rapid pulse, shortness of breath, and weight gain. Iron is essential for the correct operation of your thyroid. Thyroid hormone secretion is impaired when iodine levels are inadequate. This can result in an enlarged thyroid gland over time. That condition is known as goiter. Seaweed and fish are sources of iodine. A mere 1 gram of seaweed kelp is sufficient to satisfy up to 1,000% of your daily iodine requirement. The closest competitor is fish, with eggs and dairy following closely behind. It is also possible to obtain iodized salt. Number 6. Vitamin A deficiency. If you desire healthy hair, glowing complexion, and sharp vision, consume an increased amount of vitamin A from your diet. Your dentition and bones would also appreciate it. This fat-soluble vitamin is an excellent addition to your cosmetic regimen. However, before discussing any further topics, you must be aware of a critical fact regarding this vitamin. Vitamin A is classified into 2 forms similar to iron. Eggs, dairy, meat, and fish are all examples of animal products that contain type 1. While type 2 diabetes is contracted through plant-based diets such as carrots and sweet potatoes, beta-carotene, a compound that your body can readily convert to vitamin A, is abundant in these plant foods. Number 7. Magnesium deficiency. This is another nutrient that we prefer to disregard. However, your body requires it to fortify the structure of your molars and bones. Magnesium is essential for the proper functioning of over 300 enzymes in your body. Metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and cardiac disease are the consequences of magnesium deficiency. It is also possible to develop osteoporosis. These ailments are accompanied by numerous indicators. To mention a few: restless legs, muscle cramping, and fatigue. It may even induce a migraine. Additionally, how do you obtain magnesium through your diet? Consume dark chocolate. In all honesty, that sounds like a fantasy come true. Nuts and whole cereals are also excellent sources. Magnesium, calcium, iron, and vitamins A and D have numerous nutrient deficiencies. Additionally, they are exceedingly effortless to acquire. We all inevitably become perplexed about the appropriate foods to consume. I appreciate your attention. Please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Do you believe that you possess any of these deficiencies? Please inform us in the remarks section below.